What if Tony Stark was never real? What if the man inside the Iron Man suit was someone else entirely? Someone far more dangerous. This theory doesn't just rewrite the MCU, it destroys it. The clues have been hiding in plain sight for years. Watch till the end, because the final reveal will shatter everything you thought you knew about Marvel's greatest hero. Some say the world ended when Thanos snapped. Others believe it started unraveling the moment Tony Stark died. But what if the greatest lie ever told wasn't about who won, but who we thought Iron Man truly was? Theory 1 isn't just controversial, it's catastrophic. What if Tony Stark, the beloved genius who launched the MCU, never existed at all? What if the man inside the suit was Victor Von Doom? Imagine a reality sculpted not by fate, but by manipulation. A reality where he who remains, the puppet master of timelines, didn't prune Doom to eliminate him, but to repurpose him. He extracts a younger, untainted version of Doom from a splintered timeline and forges a new path. The child is placed in the care of Howard and Maria Stark, given a new name, and hidden in plain sight, Tony. Raised with privilege, shaped by trauma, and sharpened by genius, this variant becomes Iron Man. He believes he's Stark. But every tech innovation, every war he fights, every heroic sacrifice, it's all part of a carefully curated illusion. And when he snaps his fingers in Endgame, he doesn't just erase Thanos. He buries his true self beneath the ashes of a false legacy. But lies don't stay buried. Once Kong is dethroned and the sacred timeline loses its leash, something stirs. The multiverse cracks. Pruned realities begin to leak. And within this chaos, the truth claws its way back. That death wasn't an end, it was an ignition. The dormant Doom awakens. Whether revived through temporal echoes, Kong-tech necromancy, or the natural rebound of a collapsing multiverse, he returns. But this time, he remembers everything. And he is not here to be a hero. The real Doom was never a villain born of ego. He was a god rewritten. And now, with fragments of Iron Man's charisma and intellect woven into his psyche, Doom seeks to reclaim what was stolen. His empire, his name, and his throne beyond time. This isn't just a theory. It's a ticking prophecy, backed by metaseeds Marvel's been scattering for decades. In 2005, before Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Tony Stark, he auditioned to be Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four reboot. Kevin Feige himself mentioned it. It wasn't coincidence, it was foreshadowing. Look at Marvel's recent pattern. Meta-narratives, multiversal callbacks, nostalgic stunts with hidden hints. Ralph Bonner, Deadpool's lost cameos. They know we're watching. They know we remember. Now picture it. Downey returns, not as Iron Man, but as a twisted, alternate Doom wrapped in the flesh of a fallen hero. The Russo brothers hinted at it. No one else can play this Doom. Not because he's new, but because he's always been here. And remember the infamous Iron Man comic arc, where Doom dons Tony's armor after his death. This theory turns that arc inside out. It wasn't Doom trying to honor Stark. It was Stark unknowingly becoming Doom from the very start. Now peel back the next layer, Theory 2. When Doctor Strange peered into the future and claimed there was only one way to win, did he lie? Or did he choose the most painful timeline on purpose? In Multiverse of Madness, we learn timelines don't just branch, they bleed. Incursions happen when boundaries weaken. Entire universes crumble when tampered with. Strange knew this, and yet he gambled reality for Peter Parker's college admission. So why not gamble with Tony's life? What if Strange wasn't just observing possibilities, but steering them? What if his choice of the one future was designed to collapse the multiverse itself? What if Tony's sacrifice wasn't just to stop Thanos, but to cut off a darker threat, one wearing his own face? It makes sense. Stark was dangerous. He built Ultron. He invented time travel. He constantly tampered with the unknown. And ever since he flew through that wormhole in Avengers 1, he changed. He saw something saw him. Tony told us that Wanda's vision in Age of Ultron wasn't a nightmare, it was legacy. What if that legacy was planted in him not by Wanda, but by Doom himself? What if Doom, watching from a shattered reality, reached across the void and whispered into Stark's mind? Strange would have seen all of it. Every thread, every collapse, every path where Stark becomes too powerful to control. And so he cuts the cord. He picks a future where Tony dies. Not as a punishment, but as containment, a preemptive pruning. But nothing stays dead in a multiverse unraveling. Here's where Multiverse of Madness detonates the theory wide open. Strange causes an incursion between Earth 616 and Earth 838. A multiversal crash not as an accident, but a summon. He doesn't just want to protect the multiverse, he wants to rebuild it. And to do that, he needs the one mind capable of bridging intellect and authority. He needs Doom. In Earth 838, we see the Illuminati rule. They defeated Thanos. But there's an empty chair, an echo. Some said it was Kang's. But maybe it was Doom's. Maybe that world was his. Maybe Strange was nudging the timelines toward a confrontation where Doom must awaken and reclaim his stolen destiny. And what happens when a man raised as Stark awakens as Doom? We come full circle. Theory 1 and Theory 2 merge. The multiverse collapses into itself. The TVA, once the arbiter of order, begins to rot. Timelines leak like blood from a wound. And in the heart of the chaos lies the void and the citadel at the end of time. Doom wants it, not for vengeance, not for conquest, for restoration. He was erased, his legacy rewritten, his identity swapped for a mask of redemption. Now, powered by Kang's remnants and his own arcane wrath, Doom tears through the TVA like a storm. The gates shatter, where Loki sits atop time, where the multiverse hangs by a thread. Because whoever claims the Citadel doesn't just win, they define reality. Thus begins the race. The Avengers, fractured and gasping, are pulled back into the fire. Sam Wilson, Strange, Bruce, Carol Danvers. The Thunderbolts go rogue. Yelena, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, all dispatched to contain the storm. The Fantastic Four ignite their multiversal engines, surfing between crumbling dimensions. The X-Men of Earth, 1005 already on the brink of extinction, dive into the fight, not for justice, but survival. Doom, he doesn't run. He walks. Each footstep fractures time beneath him. Stolen Stark tech fuses with Kang's chronocores, all enchanted by ancient sorcery. His presence alone bends possibility. He is the ghost of a hero, the soul of a tyrant, the face of a god. As cities vanish mid-sentence and stars explode without cause, only one truth remains. The throne at the end of time cannot remain empty. Whoever claims it doesn't just control the multiverse. They become it. And Doom already were the face of the man they all swore to avenge. One throne, one deceiver, one final stand, at the end of time. So now ask yourself, did Tony Stark truly sacrifice everything to save the world? Or did something far more dangerous step into his legacy? Was Doctor Strange saving the timeline, or setting the stage for Doom's resurrection? And if Doom returns wearing Tony's face, would you even recognize the difference? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Which theory shook you the most? Is Doom the hidden god behind Marvel's multiversal collapse? If you crave deeper truths buried beneath the MCU's surface, subscribe right now. Because the next snap won't be about balance, it'll be about control. And Doom is already walking.